He fought back the bandit and takes me out of there. After we ran to safety, he introduced his name as Samuel. Samuel kept asking me questions and wanting to take me home. His kind actions immediately fascinated me. I took the initiative to get to know him, and we dated soon after. Samuel's family is quite poor. Samuel's parents have passed away, and he has to support his sister alone. But his job is quite uncertain. I admire his energy, and I want Samuel to meet my dad so that he can arrange for Samuel to get a job at the company and also launch a boyfriend with him. The day I met, I was very worried, afraid that he would not like Samuel because of the distance between our two families. But Samuel's sincerity conquered my father and made him very pleased. He made Samuel his assistant and wanted him to accompany him to his apprenticeship. I was so delighted that my dad and boyfriend got along, but I couldn't imagine that it was the worst thing I ever made. After working with my father, my relationship with him gradually became distant. We met less often and talked less. Samuel was always busy. There were always phone calls and work messages interrupting the moment we were together. At least he explained so. Because of that, our feelings began to fade. Until one day I stumbled across a box of wedding rings in his jacket pocket. I was extremely excited. I thought in my mind that he was preparing to plan a proposal to me. That's why he'd been so busy lately. I even blamed myself for thinking badly about him. I put the ring back in my jacket pocket and pretended I didn't know. I wanted everything to go according to his plan. But a week passed, and I have yet to receive a proposal from him. Was he embarrassed, or was he waiting for something else? I decided to go to my father and ask him for help. And when I went to see him, I saw the craziest thing of my life. My dad was wearing the ring Samuel had bought. My heart stopped beating. I frantically asked him about the ring. At that moment, Samuel entered. He seemed to sense everything was going on, so the three of us sat down together and said all the facts together. It turns out my father is gay. He hid it for a long time. My grandfather is an old man. That's why the marriage between my parents was just a blindfold. They agreed to break up right after that, and he gave my mother a lot of money to support me. As for Samuel, he's also gay. He also doesn't love me at all. He just uses his feelings for me to benefit himself. But when he met my father, he fell in love with him. They began to develop feelings while working together. Samuel tried to explain to me that he waited for the opportunity to tell me this, but I found it out before he could say anything. "Shut up all!" I shouted at the two of them and then burst into tears. "Why did you treat me like that? I hate you, Dad," I said, and left while crying. I came home and spent all my time thinking about this. I love my father, but I also hate him. I had no idea if he is gay, but he should have talked about it with me sooner rather than messing with the boy and girl right behind her. But he had to hide himself a lot to take care of me. It was not easy for him either. Perhaps in my heart I forgave my dad, but I need time to calm down. I still can't see him right now.